and gave a direction as far as 20 years decommissioning Drake. How we're going to replace the plant's capacity, how we're going to worry about how it's going to affect utility bills. I mean, there's just so much of the scope that could be included. And again, so I think the sooner we start on it, the better. And also too is because of not knowing the price of that with our budget coming up, that's something we're going to have to take into consideration.
You know, I think the reason why 4 board members called a special meeting to discuss the conversation around what to do about Drake. And as Jan said, 5 of you have made a decision that you're moving forward at $150 million to $200 million. So to do a study today about decommissioning Drake, and again, you've already decided to decommission Drake. You haven't even gotten the information or the data to even say that is something viable to do in 10, 15, 20 years. So I don't understand why we want to spend more money now when the decision was just made that we're going to put these scrubbers on Drake, where we won't take the chance to move them over to Nixon, which we know we can use that for future use. You've already sealed it. Why do you want to do another study? I don't understand. When you've made a decision that sort of sealed your fate, I don't know why now you want to do a study unless you want to open up truly the question of, do we move the scrubbers to Nixon? Do we make a Struge plant? So I don't get the study. And again, I think when you put something on an agenda within 26 hours of it being brought forward, right there you just killed all credibility with the community. Because there was no documentation, it was thrown on. Even when I asked for documentation, it wasn't provided, and obviously there wasn't any, but you're very well prepared. So I'm assuming that you had your ability to do this. You could have gone through the process, but you went to, as the board says, President Henty and Forte, and put this on the last minute. You just killed your own trust back for anything in a study.
First of all, Angela, the 5 board members you're referencing did not seal the decision. What sealed the decision was years of public processing, years. Data that is available, and data, why I'm as knowledgeable as I am to speak about it today is because I've read the data. So it's been years of public processing, an EIRP study that has been done, not to mention that this particular board voted on this matter, including you, last September. So now again I realize from some of the board members, including yourself, who have talked about of not recognizing what they had voted on before. But again, you're right, 5 board members have gone ahead and initiated. This is a discussion, 7-2. So this is a discussion that I am prepared to make a motion on again, but this is off of a motion that has already been done as far as authorizing a study. This board's already agreed on that. What it basically is initiating the study now to answer all of those questions. And also, the questions are of the possibility of decommissioning Drake. Not that we are. What would it take to decommission Drake in 20 years? How do we replace the plant's capacity? How is it going to affect all of our ratepayers sitting out here? Those are all questions that need to be answered again. And so this is the opportunity to do that. And that's why I'm bringing it up today. So nothing has been decided on. This is the conversation. This is our opportunity to have it in front of the public. And that's what I'm asking. And again, is if there is agreement, then I'm prepared to go ahead with a motion to begin that study immediately, to form a task force with credibility from the community to work on the scope of what the study would encompass. It's as simple as that.
You know, I understand, Lisa, you've read all the information that CSU has given you. I have read that too. It has led to many more questions. And I think that is why the discussion in the special meeting that is to be referenced for the next meeting, that we get that information. And I hear constantly right out of Jan's mouth and right out of your mouth today, we're going to decommission Drake. And that concerns me that we're going to spend money on a study that we still don't have the details coming from the people. It's exactly what Memorial Hospital did. They're going to study to death the absolute same path, and until this board came on and this council and a few of us said, don't want to go down that path, we want to really look at all of our options, and we came up with a very good option a year ago, being booed publicly, but you're doing exactly the same thing.
that you did with Memorial, that this one will blow up bigger, this one maybe. I understand some of the people sort of have a legacy issue here, and they're hoping that, you know, Newman works. I hope Newman works as well. They're hoping they can get everything done because that can be their legacy. That's not what I'm willing to bet for on the people of the city of this town. I wanna make sure we're making a decision before. So, this decision was made again. I have always been against moving forward on this. I have always consistently voted that this is not the right decision to move, without knowing exactly what's gonna go forward. It is very possible that, yes, we could lose, and I hate to say this, $10 to $15 million when you get the actuaries of moving, especially if we'd done it at the last meeting, not tens of thousands of millions, because R&D is done, you cannot count that in there. It's gonna
Usually
be.
you're talking about two different issues. You're talking about two different issues. You're talking about the new stream technology, that, by the way, if we did stop today, would be $55 million loss.
No, it wouldn't.
We're not talking about the new stream technology. That has been decided on. That's been decided on.
You know what, this study was put away,
This
you're bringing it
study-
back, we can bring it back, and in
The study
April,
is
there's gonna be new
talking
people
about
sitting
the
here, and it's gonna be
decommissioning
brought
of
forward
trade.
again.
And our involvement as a board with the community, who obviously has quite a bit of questions on it. And that's what this study is about. This study is about answering.
You know,
all
I'm
of
sure
those
you've got
questions,
your
and again,
five,
the
just
scope
go
is
to your
not
vote,
determined.
because I'm sure you've got your five.
I have a feeling there's gonna be members of the audience that are gonna address this issue, so before I